Hello and welcome to Geeks of the Round. I'm your host, Matt Moore, and we are here to discuss the Arrow episode, 417, I think?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Beacon of Hope, and which is a really bad pun because it starts with B, Beacon. Yeah, that's supposed to be a joke, folks. Everybody laugh because it was funny.
Ha 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 ha. And then throw in a little hee 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 hees.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So basically, it was. I actually thought it was a pretty good episode compared to what we've seen on Arrow the past couple episodes. This one was actually pretty good. It still wasn't great. It still wasn't up to par to what we want from Arrow or what we've seen in the past from Arrow. But at least it was better than, say, last episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was much better than last episode.
Exactly. So, of course, we get reintroduced to Brie Larvin with a similar MO, but new tricks up her sleeve, and she faces off against Felicity Smoke.
All right, and one of those tricks I have a problem with is having all her bees turn into some freaking cyborg.
Well, tell us about it, Charles. Tell us, just in general, very quickly, what did you think about the episode? What did you hate? What did you love?
I liked the episode mostly because of, Mr. Terrific. I thought he was badass in this episode. I thought it was great. And I hope to see him on the Arrow Team Arrow, like, basically for the rest of the fucking season. But that stuff was awesome. And then, of course, Brie Larvin, I like her. I think she was great in Flash when she was first introduced. I think she was great in this. I thought the whole backstory about her motivations as to what she was doing was a little cliche, but I have to say the worst part in the entire episode was the fucking bees turning into that goddamn robot. That is like way out there, even according to superhero standards. I mean, that was like, okay, it's like that episode of Doctor Who where they turn the fucking moon into an egg. It's just it was just weird.
Okay.
And I'm muting Charles for making fun of Doctor Who. I might bring him back into the hangout a little later. All right, Lou, what did you think of the episode? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it?
Episode was, okay. Better than last week for sure, You got to enjoy the little stupid biatch puns and all that other shit.
God damn it, those bee puns. It was like the Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin all over again.
And the robot bee wasn't too bad. I didn't mind it. I like the fact that Malcolm told Damien Dark that he's having performance issues at a man his age.
Yeah, it's completely normal. Yeah.
I actually the bee robot thingy that did kind of piss me off. It also pissed me off that Brie Larvin was allowed a computer in jail. Half an hour at a computer in jail. Like, who gets time on a computer in jail?
Well, it depends on the prison, and it depends on the criminal. I mean, if their crime is related to internet activity, such as, like sexual predators on the internet, well, then they're completely barred from internet. So, but
yes.
she's also a hacker, so.
Yeah,
that did confuse me as well. I was like, okay, I mean, she's a known hacker. The only reason why she's in prison is because of hacking. So why the fuck does she have?
I don't think they put her in jail for the hacking part. They might have just put her in jail for the bees and attempted murder. So that's why she got 30 minutes of privilege on a computer.
But she showed a talent for computer use, meaning that she's a skilled hacker, and the DA and the judge clearly knew that, and yet they said, oh yeah, it's fine, she can use a computer for 30 minutes.
Because they figured their firewalls were good and that she couldn't do nothing with apparently.
Fuck no. I'm sure the firewalls in a prison are fucking terrible.
That's just it. I had a family member that went to prison, and you know what? I set up fucking a Facebook profile for her. I set up her fucking prison dating site. I did all of that because of the fact that there is no fucking computers for the prisoners. Sorry, there just isn't.
Well, like I said, it depends on the prison.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't depend on the prison. Like, white-collar prison, you're still not going to get access to a fucking computer.
You're talking about minimal security, right?
Yeah. even minimal security, you're not going to get access to the internet. Sorry. It's just too easy to do bad things. You can send code through there that it's too late to be monitored. Because all communication in and out of prison is monitored. Both the phones and the mail is monitored, no matter what prison it is. So if you give someone access to the internet, they could send, "Hey, kill this guy," and they can send that on Facebook. They could.
But then again, it is TV, and so the stuff that happens in TV doesn't necessarily happen in the real world. They try to make it as realistic as possible, but
it's pretty fucking stupid. It was still pretty fucking stupid. You don't willingly give someone that does computer crimes a computer when they're in jail.
And 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh man, they can work wonders in 30 minutes. Hell, they could work wonders in like 10 minutes.
As we see, she changed her release date.
Yeah.
It would be like giving a Toys R Us catalog to a child molester. Like, I'm sorry, that went really dark really fast.
Yes, we realize that.
The catalog has pictures of kids. What do you think they're gonna do?
They're probably, I'm not even gonna talk about that because that's just.
I know that went dark, but I wanted to give an extreme example of you don't tempt someone with the crime they committed. You don't willingly tempt them with the crime they committed while they're still in jail.
Yes.
But I don't know. But in any case, it's that's the robot one. The fact that she had a spinal injury, that did seem a bit contrived to me. And the fact that she was willing to take the plans and not the actual thing itself also kind of upset me, because of the fact that if she would have just taken the plans, why didn't she ask for the plans in the first place?
Well, her plan wasn't to take the plans. Her plan was to take it from Felicity. But we all know that Felicity would have to be put on a slab on a table and cut open to get that chip out.
Yeah, that's just it.
And nobody there had a medical background.
Brie Larvin could have walked up because, mind you, she was released legally, at least as far as anyone is concerned. She was released legally. She could have walked up to Palmer Tech and left a message for Felicity Smoke going, "Hey, I've got Adam Borowski, and I'm about to kill him unless you send me a copy of the plans for the thing that saved your back." And, like, what was Felicity going to do? She wouldn't, Felicity would have been like, "All right, here's the plans." Because what the fuck does Felicity care? So long as Bree doesn't steal the technology and sell it, Felicity Smoke doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, she. I don't know. I mean, I kind of understood why she needed it, but I was actually expecting to go down a much darker path by just Bree forcing somebody to remove it from Felicity, and that would have been a very violent and disturbing scene, and possibly even traumatizing for Felicity, which would then create a whole slew of plot directions.
Which brings me to, we hardly ever do wild speculation at the end anymore. We do it in the middle now. My wild speculation on this is that Felicity Smoke is not only going to manufacture those and give them out for free, but I think she's also going to put the plans out on the internet. But
if she does that, if she puts the plans out on the internet and makes it available for everyone for free, well, first off, putting the plans out there, not the actual devices, could give her competition the opportunity to create the same thing and then jack the price up.
No, it doesn't work that way, because of the fact that if everybody has access to the plans, supply and demand tells us that there's a lot more supply, which means that the price goes down, not up.
Okay.
And
but,
I'm sorry.
My second point is that if she were to put the plans out there, like, without anybody's knowledge, the board could find out and they could force her out of the company.
No, that's just it. She would run it by the board. She would basically tell the board, "This is what I'm doing. Do it." And then when everybody goes, oh my God, Palmer Tech is a godsend, Palmer Tech is trying to save the world, people are actually going to flock to Palmer Tech more. It's the Google effect. People buy from Google because Google helps other people. That's why I like Google. That's why I'm a Google-phile, is because of the fact that Google, in my opinion, wants to help the world, wants to connect the world, which is the closest thing we're going to have to world peace. And that is why I buy everything from Google. Obviously, this Hangout is brought to you by Google. YouTube is Google. Our emails are Google. We use Google Voice. We use Google Wallet, which they're closing. We use Google everything, myself and Deano, and that is why, is because of the fact that they are legitimately trying to help the planet. Are they giving away our information? That is still yet to be seen. I'm thinking no, but we will know that. But no matter what, you cannot deny that they are trying to help the planet. And so if Palmer Tech is shown to be doing the same thing in the comic book world, if they're shown to be wanting to help the planet, people are going to want to buy Palmer Tech products.
Yeah. But even though it would be a good thing in the long road, I am seriously thinking that the board would not be okay with it.
Nope.
They would think of it as an opportunity to make a shit ton of money, and they would be right to think that. And they would hate the fact that the CEO of the company, who answers to the board, would want to sit it out there for free. I mean, it would be very beneficial for the public, but the board doesn't care about that. The only thing they care about is money. And the more money they make, the happier that they'll be.
And the one who would be
I've got an idea then. I have a revision. That you do make a good point there. I have a revision then. Is what if Felicity basically decides to help out Brie Larson and
use her as the poster child?
No. Let quote unquote Brie Larson release the plans to the public.
Oh, use her to release the public. And my theory is they could actually use her as the first person to actually receive the implants.
Second.
The second. Well, yeah, Felicity's the first, but Felicity, not Felicity. God damn it, Brie would be the first one who it would not be Felicity to actually receive it, and it would be the proof that everybody sees that it would work. Although that brings up another potential theory: what if it doesn't work for everybody?
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We will see. All right. So we end up seeing Felicity be Felicity without being part of Team Arrow. She ends up saying a line, just when I thought I was out, they bring me back in, which, help me here. I'm going to think that Lou knows this. That was Scarface, right?
No.
No, what was that?
Godfather Part 3.
Oh, okay.
Really? That's where that line came from?
Yes.
Because I've said that line so many times without even knowing where the hell it came from.
Michael is in his kitchen, and he's speaking with his sister and one of his other confidants, and he's trying to take his family legit, but certain circumstances keep bringing him back in, and then he has a stroke.
All right. So, but yeah, I thought that was pretty funny, considering that Team Arrow didn't actually bring her back in, because, yeah, she was basically trying to defend herself.
Well, no. Brie Larson didn't do shit about that. I mean, as far as I know, Felicity is still out. She's not involved She's still not involved.
Yeah.
Yo.
Curtis is the new Felicity, which
Curtis creates this app on his phone that he finds the Arrow Cave.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God, you guys do have an Arrow Cave. Well, it's technically an Arrow bunker, but.
But no, they call it the bunker. But you know what? God damn it, they need to call it the quiver. They need to call it the quiver because that would just be badass.
Yep.
Oh, you got the new high-tech Star Labs computer system?
It was like a goddamn kid in a candy store.
Yeah. And he just starts typing away at it, and Barry. Oliver's all like, "Oh, play with my computer, why don't you?" Like, yeah. He's all like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to anyway." But no, I thought that I was hoping for. I've been hoping that he's been going to join Team Arrow for a while now. Since he showed up, I've been hoping that he was going to join Team Arrow. I was hoping that he'd develop his technology a lot more by now, to where, because, I mean, he did that technology for Felicity's back, and he did the battery, and those were cool, but I want him to go more towards the Mr. Terrific technology. But, for example, his sound amplifier thingies, his speaker thingies, still explode, hence the reason that Felicity was able to bust through that wall.
Yeah, but he hasn't worked on that.
He hasn't worked on that at all, and that's just it, is I want to see him be that person. And we did see a little bit of it here when he's being chased, because he was, like, jumping and diving over tables effortlessly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Matt. I gotta bring it up. Is that those little communication orbs that they do, that Felicity used to get out of there? Gotta say, fucking Stargate, man. They had stuff in that. They had stuff like that in Stargate. Oh, I had to bring it up. I had to.
All right.
Yeah.
But in any case, yeah, he's jumping and even with a cold, he's jumping and diving and flipping over tables and shit.
Yes, which I think is cool.
He was given a special IV from Team Arrow.
Yeah, of salt water to hydrate him back again. There wasn't. At least they didn't mention that there was anything else in it.
Well, we don't know if they put some special herbs and spices.
Well, thank God.
They put magic herbs in it.
Yeah, thank God Deanna is not in this hangout. Otherwise, he would be pissed about that.
But in any case, so but the thing is him as actually part of Team Arrow annoyed the crap out of me. Him constantly making bad jokes, him constantly being like, "Oh my God, I got the vapors." I mean, that
No. Even Captain Lance hit them with the flash pun. Dude, can anybody walk in here?
It was annoying, and that's just it, is if we end up getting him as part of the team seriously, which of course we ended this episode with the impression that we're not going to get him part of the team seriously. But if he does, he needs to shut the fuck up about that kind of shit. We need him to maybe make a joke here and there, but just constantly going on with these jokes over and over and over again while we're fighting bad guys and people's lives are at risk.
He's new to this. He didn't know better.
It got annoying, and I understand why Barry fucking yelled at him. I would have yelled at him too.
Barry again?
Oliver.
Not Barry. Sorry, Oliver. I'm fucking tired.
Stop watching all that TV and go to sleep.
You know, sleep is more important than TV, man.
Whatever. That's okay. Tomorrow is Friday, which means that after I finish watching, catching up with all the TV, which I should do tomorrow evening, I get a weekend of Fallout again, which is awesome. I can't even touch Fallout during the week. I can only touch it on the weekends. Only because I'm watching so much fucking TV during the week. In any case, what else do we have? We had that. We had Felicity's mom. Felicity should fucking tell her mom at this point. You know, I was part of Team Arrow. Oliver is Arrow, and that's just it. Okay, so Felicity is pissed the fuck off that Oliver didn't tell her that he had a son, but she hasn't told her own mom that basically she's a fucking superhero, or she was a superhero.
Would you tell her mother?
What's that?
To be honest,
you tell her mother? The woman couldn't even spell breakup right.
I think that was intentional. I think she was just trying to be cute.
No, that's her character.
But no, the thing is that I actually understand why Felicity hadn't told her. I mean, Felicity's mom might be a bit what's the word? Eccentric?
She's more free of mouth.
No, I don't think eccentric is the right word. What I'm trying to say is that I think her mom is a little wacky, a little quirky, that kind of stuff, but she also has a tendency to worry about her daughter to a fault. And
that's all you need is, oh my God, my daughter works with Team Arrow.
Yes, to be honest, I am fairly certain that if Felicity were to tell her mom that she's been working with Team Arrow for what, 3 years, that her mother would probably start freaking out, doing the whole waving the hands on the face, trying to help herself calm down, and then she'd probably tell her daughter, yeah, you need to stay away from them.
So what you're telling me is that the reason Felicity hasn't told her mother that she works with Team Arrow is because she has very legitimate reasons, and she basically to protect her mother and so on and so forth from that information. In other words, basically her reasoning for not telling her mother that she works with Team Arrow is basically the same reason Oliver didn't tell Felicity that he has a son.
Pretty much, yeah.
She's a hypocrite.
To protect his family. I don't know. I think it's a little hypocritical.
It wasn't.
It is. I thought
it doesn't actually bother me about Felicity. It's just an observation.
I think the whole thing about Felicity's reasons and all that kind of stuff is complete bullshit. Yeah. Oliver had a legitimate reason not to tell anybody about it, because if he told anybody,
She's not mad about that anymore. She was mad that he did the video without consulting her first. That's where she got upset, and that's where she called it quits. She understood that he was put in a position from the baby mama. She got past that because the baby mama explained it to her. Look, I did these for these particular reasons. He used to be a gigolo and all this other shit. She got over that. But the fact was that when she walked into the apartment and he's finishing up that video, she heard half of that. And that's why she got pissed, because the pairing, he should have consulted with her. Look, this is what I plan on doing. You know, she just wanted to be consulted. She might have gave her opinion, and if he didn't listen to her opinion, she wouldn't have been mad, but she at least was able to talk to him about it, and she wouldn't have been pissed.
All right. But still, I think she's overreacting.
A little.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else do we got? We did Bree, we have the end where of course Malcolm Merlin ends up confronting Minnie Diggle.
Wiggle Wiggle.
No, it's just Wiggle Diggle. Wiggle Wiggle is Big Diggle.
Diggle Wiggle.
No, yeah, Diggle Wiggle. That's Big Diggle.
Diggle Wiggle.
What the fuck are we doing? Diggle, wiggle, wiggle, diggle, diggle, wiggle, wiggle, diggle, wiggle, diggle, diggle. Okay, there. We have it all out of our system. Move the fuck on.
Make sure to shake it twice.
So we have Minnie Wiggle or Minnie Diggle.
No, Minnie Wiggle's fine.
And apparently he is still working for Damien Dark, and he has been this entire time, even while he was captured. At least that's the impression that I got.
Yes, so do I.
So, do we
wouldn't be
is working for Damien Dark, or do we think that this might be a double cross?
Who knows?
What, like a double agent?
Yes.
I don't think Minnie Wiggle has that in him to be a double agent.
I think, to be honest, I think he actually is Damien's ace in the hole, and I personally think that John Diggle's brother is beyond saving.
Yeah.
And I would not.
I thought you said that Diggle's brother is Beyonce. That's what I heard. That he's Beyonce.
You know what the fuck I said, Matt.
I didn't say you said it wrong. I said that for a second there, what I heard was that his brother is Beyonce. And then you said Avey, and then I'm all like, oh, that makes much more sense.
Okay, all right then.
You didn't say it wrong. My brain cut off the second half of that word because I think it would be funny if his brother was Beyonce.
Yeah, seeing him like dressing around in all those weird outfits with that wig, going like, "Oh yeah, I'm Beyonce, motherfucker."
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh man.
But next week's preview seemed a little interesting.
Is it next week or do we get a break?
No,
it's next week's. I don't remember what the preview showed. What happened?
Malcolm Merlin trying to resurrect the League. He has in hand.
Right, that's right. Also, there was
Oliver has Wiggle Jr. on up against the wall, and Diggle Wiggle threatens to shoot him.
And says, like, I know exactly where that Kevlar won't protect. Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, I think in that... I got a theory about that scene in particular. I think the whole preview is to make us believe, it's not a matter of thinking, it's pretty much obvious, but is that Diggle's going to shoot Oliver. But I think that Diggle was fully aware of what his brother has been doing and has been sort of playing his brother the whole time, the same time as his brother was playing him. And sort of play the player, I think is the phrase that I'm looking for. And I think that he's going to point the gun at Oliver, and then he's going to slightly move it to the side to point at Mini Diggle Wiggle.
And the funny thing is, I think we find out who's going to be in the box.
To be honest, actually, you know what? I have a theory about that as well, and it's pretty out there. I think it might be Felicity's mom.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think it might be Donna.
No, I can't see it. And the reason I can't see it is because of the fact that Felicity went back to was in the car before Oliver was, which means that Oliver wanted alone time with the person and Felicity didn't.
Okay, yeah. God damn it! Fuck! You're poking holes in my theory, Matt.
But if you paid attention to that episode,
the
first episode of the season, and then when they came back from the mid-season break, your holes are poked because Oliver is still standing there with Barry, and it has something to do more with Oliver than it does anyone else. So it's going to be Thea.
I don't think they're going to kill off Thea.
I think Thea wants to get killed off.
What, the actress that plays her?
Yeah. I don't think she wants to do this shit anymore.
Well, that's kind of a bitch move.
Hey, people get tired of doing this.
I have a theory. I have a fucking theory. I'm dropping this at the end. I have got a wild speculation that's going to blow people's minds.
In anticipation.
Don't blow your wad too fast.
Ew.
All right. In anticipation, what?
That's what I was doing. I was doing anticipation. Boom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have anything else we want to talk about in this episode?
No, he's waiting for you to blow your load.
Oh, God. Ew.
Go on. Anyone? Nothing?
We're waiting on you.
We're waiting
wild
on
speculation.
You.
Who's got wild speculation that I can blow out of the water?
We're waiting for yours.
Yes, exactly, because we've already thrown our wild speculation like during the middle of the goddamn hangout.
The person in the box is Felicity. Earth 2.
What?
Boom!
No.
What? Oh my God!
That explains
oh my
Barry.
God.
It explains Barry. It explains all of that. We're gonna get an Earth 2 Felicity.
Nope.
What the fuck, man? Oh, that is probably the most idiotic speculation I have heard in the entire run of Geeks of the Round.
That's some Isaiah shit.
That's like beyond Isaiah shit.
Then give me a reason why it wouldn't work. Why it couldn't be true.
Because Barry's only there as moral support for Oliver.
Okay.
And it's not Felicity, because how would Felicity from Earth 2 get here when all the breaches are closed? And
fucking
no
Barry's
Flash
walking
next
between
week.
worlds literally right the fuck now. He just fucking visited Supergirl.
Yet they didn't acknowledge it in the flesh.
That's because it happened after this episode, but it still fucking happened.
But at the same time, Matt, what's he doing? He's taking, hey, Felicity, come with me from Earth 2, yeah! And they run through time together? No.
Yeah, he runs through the breach, and he goes into Earth 2, sees Felicity, said, Felicity, we need you on Earth 1. Come with me if you want to live, so to speak.
I'm still gonna say, and now the chances of this being true are actually it's a bitsy tiny, like pretty fucking small.
100% false.
You don't have anything that actually denies it other than that doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Except it does.
It doesn't.
We have a hero that can walk between worlds. Felicity didn't want fucking nothing to do with it. At least it didn't seem like she did, because she was in the fucking car.
You know what? I have a counter theory.
She's in the car because the funeral was over. That's the perception we're led to believe.
Okay,
she didn't stay in the whole car that whole time.
I have a counter theory. The Felicity in the box is Earth 1 Felicity, and the Felicity in the limo is Earth 2 Felicity.
I had actually considered that as well, and I was going to mention something like that, and that Earth 2 Felicity is more willing to date, Oliver.
Okay, so Zoom came here and killed fucking Felicity?
Oh my God. No, it's Zoom, Reverse Flash, and the Black Rider all came in, stuck their hands in her chest, and ripped her heart apart. That's what happened. Putting down the hammer. That's what fucking happened.
Dude, it's Thea. I think Malcolm's gonna kill Thea.
Oh,
no. Why the fuck would Barry care?
Because it's moral support for Oliver.
Yeah, I mean,
that your friend. He's showing up for his friend, and he kind of does know Thea a little bit, not that well, but he does know her. It's just like I lived where you guys stay, and one of your family members died, and I showed up as support for you.
You have to understand something. Okay, so what we have for the scene is we have Barry there and we have Oliver there. Everyone else has left, which means Laurel has left, which means Diggle has left, which means if it's Thea, Roy has left, because you better believe he would have fucking shown up. Everybody has left.
That's if he knows.
So why the fuck is Barry still there?
I'm actually going to agree with Lou on him being there just for the purpose of moral support.
Why is he moral support and Diggle isn't?
Because Diggle Wiggle has to go tend to a baby.
Why is he moral support and Laurel isn't? Why is he moral support and Roy isn't? Why is
it's Laurel, dude. Let's be real. Who wants any support from Laurel?
Isn't? There's a million other people that can be moral support that actually spends time with him every single fucking day.
But it takes a hero with powers to understand what Oliver's going through.
All right. What? Oliver doesn't have powers.
But he's the hero. He's the main hero.
So is
Laurel sucks as a hero. I'm sorry. The show screwed up when they gave us her sister as the Black Canary, because now we hold her in such high esteem compared to Laurel, because Laurel just sucks.
I think at present time, the only reason that Barry would end up hanging out after the funeral with Oliver longer than everyone else that Oliver has actually working with him is if it's something that the two of them have in common. Like, in common. And the only thing that they have in common is Felicity.
But Felicity's not dead, because they already shown that in the limo. And there's no goddamn Earth 2 fucking Felicity.
Yeah, I'm with Lou on that as well. The whole Earth 2 Felicity theory is bullshit.
It just doesn't make sense. Because the simple fact, Barry doesn't know how to get there yet. He hasn't even created the tachyon device. And the problem is, we don't know nothing until April 19th.
But that's just it, is we know that he's learning how to make the tachyon device, and we've actually seen the tachyon device, and we've seen him jump between worlds, and we've seen him trying to get to Earth 2.
But here's one other thing. What possible reason would Felicity from Earth 2 come to Earth 1? Why?
Thank you.
Well, first off, there is no Oliver Queen on Earth 2.
I know that, but why would she care?
Possibly because Barry goes, hey, you're Felicity. Why are you working as a secretary? And et cetera, et cetera. Because remember, Felicity was working as a fucking secretary when she was found.
No, she wasn't. She was working as IT. She was IT support.
Oh, sorry. It was low level fucking IT support. I'm higher IT support than she was. And I talk on the fucking phone all day. I'm just saying that before Oliver found her, she was, well, she sure in the hell wasn't a billionaire, which she is now.
Yeah.
Obviously, she was very smart. She was very talented, and she could do a lot, but she wasn't doing crap. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. That's my theory. Does anyone else have any other theories?
To be honest, it's not really a theory, but it's me combating Lou's theory about Malcolm killing Thea. Yeah, Malcolm may be a power-hungry bastard, but there is no way that he would actually kill his daughter. He would, in some situations, he would leave her to die, but he himself would not actually throw the killing blow. He wouldn't.
Hey, if you're trying to reform the league and that's what they tell you to do, you need to kill your daughter. I think Malcolm's capable of doing it.
Yeah, but they wouldn't need to kill her because she's no threat to him. Not really.
It's not about a threat. It's about a test.
An initiation?
Yes. You have to prove yourself if you want to regain the dragon ring, whatever the hell that shit was.
The thing is, the League of Assassins is done. It's been disbanded thanks to Nissa.
And, okay, she could have disbanded it, and it could take anyone with a little bit of power to reform another league.
And the dragon's ring was destroyed. It was melted.
So you're telling me I can't go to a fucking jeweler to make another one?
It's not about that. I mean, that ring had been passed down through through generations, as in centuries of generations.
Okay, but like I said,
it's about tradition.
League.
Yeah, but having some random jeweler do that stuff, it would go against tradition. And to the people like that, tradition is everything. You break tradition, you're pretty much dead.
Dude, they're forming a new squad. Remember, all the old ones retired and they're still hanging out in their locker room contemplating how to get jobs. Malcolm's forming a whole new one.
God damn it, you're going to bring that shit up again?
Dude, that would be a great comic.
Your theory is not any more... I don't think your theory is any more out there than mine was.
I don't think Malcolm will ever actually kill his daughter. Even if he was ordered to, I don't think he would do it.
We'll find out next week.
Because in his own twisted way, he still loves her.
Yeah. All right, so let's wrap everything up. I want to thank everyone for watching. Check us out at geeksoftheround.com. Of course, you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Google+, Twitter, always at Geeks of the Round. Give us a call at 801-609-4687. That's 801-609-GOTR. Again, thank everyone for watching, and you have a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye.